Today I just felt like doing a video on my skin journey so far, since I was like really thinking about my skin lately and the things that it has gone through and the journey that I have had with this hormonal cystic acne. First off, I just want to say that dealing with acne has been such a struggle, and people don't actually understand how much of a mental toll it actually takes on you. You become more reserved, you become more conscious of your face. I personally didn't really want to make eye contact that much with people, because I was like, oh my god, they're just looking at my acne, they're just looking at this pimple that's on my cheek right now, they're looking at this pimple on my chin. Like, if I just like look away, they will stop looking at, they won't notice. I don't know. People say, oh, it's not that bad, but to you, for you, it is a lot, because you just want that clear skin. I just want to say that first. People really just don't understand the mental toll until they have to deal with it themselves. It's a lot, and it is still a daily struggle with me as well. I have been dealing with acne. Honestly, I've been dealing with acne since like sophomore year in high school, but it was nowhere near to the point where it got on later in college. Like, in high school, I would just have like a few pimples here and there. They would go away in like 2 days, and they would not leave a mark. Marks were not a thing in high school for me. So yeah, it was just regular like over-the-counter stuff that worked, and I was fine. But sophomore year in college, I started to see like really bad breakouts, and I was like, Mom, my skin is like going crazy out of nowhere. I don't like it. It's making me conscious. Like, what can I do? So we go to a dermatologist, and I'm put on antibiotics and birth control, because she told me that I had hormonal acne. And granted, at that time, I just wanted it gone, and I was not too into like natural remedies for acne and all that stuff. So I was just like, oh, okay, I'll take this for a while and it'll be gone. When I tell you my skin was so clear, it was so clear. Like, wow, just amazing. That was one less thing for me to worry about, because during that time that I was on the antibiotics, I was on a weight loss journey. So losing weight was basically my main focus at the time, because I didn't have to deal with the acne, because I have my antibiotics and my birth control. So yeah. And which ones I was on, I don't really remember right now. And to be honest, I don't think I'm gonna take the time to look for it. Sorry. Back then, I was not really into like doing full-on research online like I am now. I don't know, when you're in college, you're just thinking about your things in college. Things were going great, life was good. So 2014, graduate college, skin still clear, because I'm still on my antibiotics and my birth control. And so I decided to just live my life and move to Korea for 2 years to teach English. At that time, I was like, maybe I should get off this birth control and these antibiotics, because I honestly didn't want to be dealing with that on top of everything else that I had to deal with while I was living there. Let's get off the birth control. Let's stop with the antibiotics. Let's see what happens. Wow, my skin was it was really bad. See, honestly, when you have breakouts and then it leaves a mark, it's the mark that makes the rest of the acne present on the face look way worse than it actually is. And the amount of marks I had was actually ridiculous. It was a lot. It was a lot. Granted, I know this is not as bad. It wasn't as bad as it could have been or it could have gotten. But wow, it, for me personally, it was really, really bad. Like, that was when I was the most self-conscious. That was when I just really, really did not want to take that many pictures. If I did take a picture, I would prefer it to be further away, or when I had and that was when I used a lot of filters, because I was just like, oh my god. And the fact that I was really going around like that without any makeup, wow, I was brave. I was actually brave, because Jesus is Lord. Wow, it was very, very real. Since my acne had gotten really, really bad, I had decided literally a month before I left for Korea, I was like, maybe I should stop eating gluten for a while. And so I did that. I started just a month before leaving, so everything was still new to me. I was still trying to figure out everything that wheat flour was in, because people be using wheat flour in soups, in sauces, because it's a thickener, and it's in soy sauce. I'll get to that later. And yeah, wheat flour is just used so much, and I was in shock. I was like, oh my god, like, there's just so much that I can't eat anymore. And it was just so sad, because bread and pasta are life. So at the time, I was mostly just eating rice for my carbs. Granted, I grew up eating rice. That was not a problem for me. I personally just didn't like the restriction. It was just like, oh, I can't eat there because there's pizza and there's no gluten-free pizza there. Oh, all I can literally get here is a salad. It's just like another thing that you just don't want to have to think about. Granted, when I first moved to Korea, the amount of stress I was under, because literally you're just thrown into your apartment, into your schools. Me and my best friend, we were just in our city, just like really struggling, because we had to just figure it out, you know? We just had to figure it out. Granted, we had people who could help us translate and stuff, but yeah, you know, that first month there was bad, and my skin reflected it. It was just really, really freaking out. And I noticed when I have gluten, at the time, my skin would get really bad just all along here. Just all along here. Yes, everything up here. It really wouldn't mess with my forehead that much, but it was just my cheeks. It would just really, and everything would just be so inflamed and red. And living there, the sun just didn't hit as hard as it does here in Texas. So I had gotten so pale, so everything just stuck out more. You know, my first year living there, me being slow, I did not realize that wheat flour was in, soy sauce was in almost literally everything that they cook. So my skin, it saw some improvement, but not everything. Like, it wasn't a night and day improvement living there the first year. The times where I would see my skin improve was when we had breaks. So that means I was eating at home. My skin would clear up drastically. I was like, whoa. And then that's when I put 2 and 2 together. Soy sauce, Alexis. Soy sauce. My second year living there, I decided that I would not really eat the school lunches. So my skin had gotten so much better my second year, because I was like, just gonna cook and see what happens. And it helped a lot. So fast forward to when I come back home. So this is like late 2018. Here in America, there's so many more gluten-free options, so eating out is much easier to do, and it's not that much of a hassle. My body, it was like freaking out from the American food for a while. I feel like when I came back home, my body was just really going through it was going through the adjustment period, because you know, the different chemicals here, different weather, different environments, that all can affect you. So my body was really just taking its time to just adjust. I think what helped me to not see as many breakouts when I first came back was the fact that I took up a kickboxing class, and my body and my skin love exercise. So 2019, I didn't really have that much skin problems because I was working out a lot. I want to say 2020, we were on lockdown, so I was not exercising as much, and I was just thinking about life. So my skin started to just have fun and just really come out the woodworks with the acne, man. You know, it was just popping out, saying hi to everybody. My skin now in December 2021, it is just really up and down. I go through periods where I'm working out a lot, so my skin is great. I go through periods where I'm not working out, so my skin's like, hello, what are you doing? Let's just break out since you're not gonna work out. So it's just really been up and down, and also, you know, just going through life, having to go into work, so much stress of just being out in a public place still during a pandemic. Granted, I'm vaccinated, but it's just a lot. I was also dealing with maskne. Like, I was getting breakouts like here on my chin constantly, and that was because I have to go to work, so I have to wear a mask. It was to the point where the acne on my chin was, I would get either like 1 or 2 new pimples every morning when I would wake up, and I was just like, what is going on? And the days that I went into work, I would wake up the next day with a pimple on my chin. But during the weekends, my skin would get clear up. It would clear up again, and then of course I'd be left with a mark, and then we start the cycle all over again. So that's why I say that my skin this year during 2021, it has really been up and down. It's because I kept having to wear a mask every day. So, and I guess my skin just didn't like any of the fragrances that were being used. So it was like, girl, please do something about this. So I got the unscented Dr. Bronner soap, and of course that helped tremendously. I do not have maskne anymore, and we thank God, because it was so annoying. And the thing about having chin acne, it's right there. And like, when you're talking to someone, they look at your eye, they look at the center of your face mostly. So I would be so conscious, because I was like, oh my God, I know they see this acne or they see this mark on my chin, and I just really want them to stop looking at it, because you can see their eyes like go up and down. Because I mean, I do it too. It's human nature. When you're talking to someone, you're looking at their eyes and their nose and their mouth. But jeez, it would just make me so self-conscious. And I'm just glad that I've gotten to a place where I have more control over it than I ever had before in my life. So I just am really thankful for just being able to find more balance in my life with my skin. Another point I want to bring up is when you're dealing with hormonal acne, hormonal cystic acne, which is what I have, I really think it's a good idea to look at what you're putting into your body. I am not a doctor. I am just going off of my personal experience and my personal own research that I have done on the internet. So yeah, do not like quote me on anything, but I'm just saying to like research what you should eliminate from your diet, and you will find out what actually triggers your body and triggers your acne. With that type of acne, you really need to look at what you are putting into your body along with what you are just putting on your face. If I go like 5 days sleep deprived, my body is like slowly starting to shut down. It's angry at me. My body loves to just get proper rest, and it also loves exercise. So of course, when I went on my trip, I wasn't exercising that much and I was super sleep deprived. I'm not 21 anymore to be doing all that. Granted, I've started working out again, and I've been working out for 2 weeks straight, and I feel like that helped my skin a lot, because when I came back from LA, you know, not working out as much, sleep deprivation, wow, my skin was very angry. Like, this is a mark, this is a mark, this is a mark, 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 mark. Like, I have so many marks on my face right now, and I have like 2 pimples, 1, 2, yeah, 2 pimples right now, and that is just, I don't know what it's from. I don't know. I have no urge whatsoever to get back on birth control or antibiotics, because I just really want to try to do things as natural as possible. Right now, my main focus is just getting really consistent with my workouts to see how much of a difference that will make first. And it's just crazy, like looking back at pictures from when I was in Korea, I was just really out here with no makeup on, face covered in pimples. Like, looking back on my pictures now, I'm like, Alexis, like, of course at the time I was cautious about my acne. That was when my self-esteem was the lowest. I was very conscious. I didn't really like to make eye contact that long with people, because I was like, oh my god, looking at my acne. But yeah, like, you were really out here, like, for real. For the most part, everything really is just trial and error at this point. So yeah, whenever I have a breakout, I do revert back to how I used to be so self-conscious and how my self-esteem is really low. I do mentally go back into that state, and as of right now, I'm trying my best to not let it bother me as much as it used to. But it is my weak point. It is my soft spot. Like, talking about acne, it's like, it's a big deal to me, because I used to struggle with it really, really bad. I'm just really working on not letting myself go back to that old mentality of, oh my god, don't look at me. Oh my god, why is this person like looking at me? Because, oh my god, when they're talking to me, I can like see their eyes moving, like they see this pimple on my cheek. They see it. I know they do. They see it. But they're gonna be nice and they're not gonna say anything, but I see them looking at it. Like, it's just hard to control that when you're dealing with it, and it just brings up all those insecurities and negative thoughts. But I'm working on it. I'm trying my best to really control this and to really control my mind frame when I am dealing with breakouts, because I do just really get upset. But I know in time things will get better. I will be the person I am envisioning in my head. I gotta work on the mentality of it as well when I am dealing with the breakouts. That is also a huge thing. I know this is super cheesy to say, but it does get better. it does get better. And there was a point in time where I was just like, wow, I'm really just going to have to suffer with acne. Like, that's just gonna be something I'm dealing with, and it's always gonna be bad. I don't know if I'll ever find a solution. Yeah, that was how I used to think, but now it's like, take the time to do research, try things here and there. Definitely diet is important. Start with diet and exercise. It does get better, trust me. It may look bleak right now to you, but it does get better. That's all I'm gonna say. Sorry I had to wrap that up so cheesily, but I just felt like I had to say that. Okay, I'm actually gonna go now. Peace.